Okay, we're on. So, I mean, you know, I was never homeless, but there are nights where I actually feel like I'm sleeping on the street because I got one of these sleep number beds, and they're pieces of crap.
I knew, see? I told people that shit.
What, the sleep number beds?
Yeah. Look, man, the bed I will swear by to this day is a standard basic mattress with a fucking down top on it, and that's it.
You said it.
Because I never physically slept on that bed, but I tried them out like at the stores and stuff, and I was like, how the fuck can you sleep on this thing? It's like sleeping on like I can't even describe it. It's like a park bench with little cushions.
Yeah. But no, you know what happened? See, I had a regular mattress. My brother got one. He raved about it. Then my sister and her husband got one. They raved about it. And I need a new bed anyway. So I was like, all right, I'll just buy one. And they were on sale for $1,600, which, believe me, that's not, you know, that's not pennies, but it was on sale from $2,000. I got it. It was uncomfortable at first, then I kind of started getting used to it. Now, here we are a year later. I want to get rid of it.
You want to know why most people get rid of it?
What?
Because you can't properly fuck on it.
Yeah, good point.
You just can't.
Yeah, like, how do I say this in a sensitive way? My girlfriend's very, 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 very private. Like, she doesn't have a Facebook, so I'm trying to, like, tiptoe here, but... Yeah, when you're making sweet love and all.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, that's it.
No, I was gonna say that a politically correct term, but that's you already said. So it's out there.
When
you're making love.
What were you gonna say?
So yeah, so when you're making applesauce.
Exactly.
When you're making applesauce, you know.
Forget about it.
Go according to plan.
Yeah, I mean, because you're all on an angle, and you know what I mean. God forbid you try to have a kid on one of these beds. The kid's gonna be born with like a third eye or something. It's just gonna come out all mangled.
Well, what's the other bed that was funny that they actually the memory foam one? I don't know Tempur-Pedic.
Yeah.
That thing was like you can't. But there was a skit that was so funny that somebody thought about it. Like, of course, a guy came with this one. He's like, "What if I wanted to rightfully cheat on my girlfriend and she won't even know?" But I mean, you got a lot of balls to do that, though.
Oh wow.
Like you bang another chick while your chick's in bed and she's sleeping, she won't feel it because your bed apparently doesn't move at all while you're banging the fuck out of this other girl.
Yeah.
We're only inches away.
Well, I actually considered getting one of those, but I heard they make you sweat.
I can probably see that happening because I mean if it is the way they say it is, yeah, because the moment you break a sweat, it probably absorbs it like a sponge and it smells, and God forbid you know what I mean, you bust and miss her and hit the fucking thing and the mattress now.
Yeah.
That shit's potent, man, and if that gets in the sponge like whatever material, you gotta cut that shit out, and nope. I'll stick to my regular bed.
So you just have like a regular mattress and a regular box spring?
Well, for me, like some people like their bed just off the ground. I like my bed sits fairly low to the ground.
Okay.
It's roughly about less than a foot off the ground.
But like it's just a regular mattress. It's nothing fancy, you know.
Oh no. Yeah, it's nothing crazy. The only real luxurious part of the actual mattress, you know, the one that is literally just a down cover on top of it.
Yeah.
And the pillows are fucking. I swear by those fucking pillows.
Really? They're that good?
Yeah, they are that great. I mean, they were. Well, it's funny because they're the same ones that a lot of hotels get, and they're just. It's really a down. I bought an IKEA when it was on sale, and they had a pack of 4, and they're meant for a king size bed. I have a full. I prefer a king size bed because I just like the idea of moving around.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were for king size beds, so I really only need just 2, really just 1, really. But they're great. I mean, they're awesome. So I still have the other 2 pillows wrapped up in original packaging in my closet, just sitting there.
Oh.
I was gonna say those when I actually move into my new apartment.
Yeah. Well, you still have roommates, right?
Oh no. Oh,
you have your own place now?
No. I don't have my own place. place now. I'm actually kind of staying with a family of a friend type of situation.
Oh, okay. But are you on your way to getting your own place?
Yeah. It's just been it's one of those things that are super well overdue, you know. And I just need it's really a lot. Yeah, it's just a lot of things between managing finances, dealing with school, and obviously dealing with females, which I won't blast anybody's name. Not the fact that they'll probably listen anyway, but you know, but still, just trying to juggle all that. That again, it's not an excuse. But it's just, you know, my thing is I have a hard time focusing on one thing and then finishing or sticking with it. That's why I really can't have relationships with people.
Yeah.
Because I'm not reserved, but I'm just like too, how do I say it? I'm not possessive, but I'm not controlling, but I'm not really concerned or show too much consideration either.
So you just like to do your own thing.
Yeah, I'm neutral about a lot of stuff. Like I said, you know, you might consider what you and your girl do as a date, where I might consider it to be as a hangout.
You know what? There's another similarity between us. I've never once ever been on a date. When I've gone out with girls, I always consider it hanging out, and I always told the girl to call it hanging out too, because I don't like the word date. It makes me nervous.
Which you're always going to be nervous about, because you're always on. Look, fundamental fact for everybody. Whenever a girl, like, and I love when, like, I see shit like this online and girls, like, rant on guys about how they're dogs and all they want is ass. I think women tend to forget that they're already in control from start to finish. So who you decide to fuck that night is your problem, not his problem. You just felt for the bullshit, like, now it's your fault.
Yeah.
He wasn't the fucking guy. He's just doing what he was taught by you.
Right.
So, I mean, most dudes who interact with chicks these days are only fundamentally going off the premise of what girls want. And when they do it, and they meet the girl who actually gives them what they want, that guy's a fucking dog because he won't call her. Or better again, he yells at her because she's still in bed the next morning. Like, why are you still here?
Yeah. But then also too, you're 27, right?
Actually, my birthday just passed. So.
When was your birthday?
Huh?
Okay, finish coughing.
That's the good weed. Stop. I'll smoke.
I didn't think you smoke because you're in really good shape. You take care of yourself.
Yeah, look, I know people who smoke fucking weed and do fucking meth and they have better physiques than I do.
Yeah, I used to do all that.
But, what was I say? Fuck off, I thought. I guess it is the weed.
Hey, big guy, can't wait to work it. Oh, I'll tell you what, I got a job. Can't wait to get to work. Hey.
What was that?
It was the OxyClean guy.
Wait, the original dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause I played it because he says, "Hey, big guy," but I didn't know it was that long. Because we were talking about your physique. But anyway, oh man, there's so many questions I have for you, but they're all like scrambling in my head.
Fire away.
Oh man. Oh yeah. Okay. So when was your birthday?
Oh, right, that one. December 26th, day after Christmas.
Oh, all right. Well, happy belated birthday.
Thanks.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
If I knew, I would have, texted you or something.
No, it's cool. And this is probably so stupid. I bet you listeners are probably going to roll their eyes when I say this, but I don't give a fuck. You know, like sometimes you get the Facebook notification that this person's birthday's coming up.
Yes.
And like I seen one for yours. I know your birthday's coming up soon.
Yeah.
So like, and you really shouldn't care, but that day, I only got 2 official happy birthdays from people out of the, and again, I cut my friends down, but out of the people I know or actually do talk to like that,
yeah,
you not included because obviously I just started working with you, but
right,
but yeah, 2 people only, and here's the best part: the 2 people don't even live in my city. One girl lives in the Ukraine, and the other chick lives in New York.
Wow. Well, I mean, for my birthday, it's my family, my immediate family, my mom, my brother, my sister, and my girlfriend. So, I mean, my friends don't wish it to me. One of my best friends I've known since I was 3 years old, he thinks my birthday is the 12th, which is really the 13th.
Right.
So, I mean, that kind of, puts it in perspective of how many people remember my birthday. But, I could care less.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I said, but I think probably since I was 18, I look at birthdays and a lot of holidays, especially New Year's of all of them, like it's another day. I think I did sit through that shit. So.
I can't remember, besides this year it just passed, I can't remember any other New Year's Eve that I was awake at 12 o'clock, because I always fall asleep about 11:30, and I've never once ever been to a New Year's Eve party.
Really?
Yeah, not one. I've gotten invites from friends and stuff, but I'm too cynical for it. It's like when I'm at a party or even a bar and everybody's laughing and having a great time, the more everybody's having a good time, the more I want to shoot everybody.
Punch somebody in the face.
Yeah. I don't know what, I'm not drunk. I didn't drink or do drugs or anything. It's just me. I'm just cynical.
Yeah, well, I guess I can understand that. Like, that's why I can't go out. I mean, it's not so much more of that line. It's just because it's not that my idea of having fun really it means I'm going to go actually enjoy something I want to do, like get behind the wheel of a car, of a high-powered horsepower vehicle, and taking it on some back roads is my idea of fun. Or going to the ranges is fun, or snowboarding is fun.
Right.
Or even, or, you know, the things I'm into, you know, making, and I'm not really that good at it, but, you know, making or if you will, producing music that I thought the way it should sound, that's fun to me. That's my idea of fun. Going out to expensive restaurants,
yeah,
and stuff. And don't get me wrong, that's cool, but I just can't. I can't do it.
Right.
So and plus all other things that I do, I can just pay one flat fee for it and get it out the way. Whereas food, yeah, it's great and it's awesome. You can share it with your friends or whoever you're with, but it does three things. It does three bad things all in one shot. You're partially out of cash for whatever you could use it for whatever.
Yeah.
You feel like crap because whatever you ate, you probably didn't want to eat, but you didn't want to let anybody down.
Yeah.
And thirdly, you really didn't want to leave the house because, you know, you wanted to play, you know, World of Warcraft.
Exactly.
So, and it's like, I don't know. Plus, I'm a big fucking geek anyway. Big nerd. A really big nerd.
On the lines of what, like video games and stuff, or?
No, it wasn't like, no, it was like, because, you know, like in high school, you have your cliques, your popular kids, and yada, yada, yada.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like me, I was a neutral, so I was able, not always in every school, but I was able to at least match up with pretty much anybody from any crew. But I always would find myself over with I guess, I hate using the word outcast or emos. I don't like that fucking shit very much, but that was the only way I can, you know, kind of describe it because people kind of had that correlation there. But, you know, the people who just kind of kept themselves, or if they did keep themselves, they kept within a group of people that kind of understood where they were coming from.
Yeah.
And people, and the unusual thing is I had some better connections with that individual crowd versus the ones that were always popular because, you know, popularity in itself is a job.
Yeah.
You know, and it's cool if you're naturally popular for whatever reason, you know, because you're cool or whatever, but those who really make the conscious effort to get noticed and they're attention whores about it, you know, like I never liked that.
They don't have any type of personality, or they're just really boring. They just focus on how many friends they have on MySpace.
Yeah, which oddly enough is still up and running, which I'm like, why is it still there?
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. So for me, I don't know, I guess. So like I was fortunate enough to meet some pretty cool people throughout my life and, you know, have that ability to be approached with that. But I guess as I got older, you know, it's not so much like I'm boring now. It's more like, why would you want to go out every weekend and do the same almost repetitive thing? Like, your girls dress up, and as good as they look, they still get called unruly names.
Right.
And guys go out there trying to pump drinks in them if they could.
Yeah.
And they feel like shit because a girl took you for your fucking money for the fucking tequila shot you shouldn't have bought in the first place. And now fucking friends come over to cop block your ass.
Right.
It's like now what?
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, you got a better chance of, I don't know, doing something a little bit more constructive than going out to a bar to run a risk of running into a girl who's going to give you more than a hand clap.
That's true.
So, but it is what it is. Like I said, some people can do it and enjoy themselves, and others are like, eh. So. Well,
I did it for a few years, like in my early 20s. I did the drugs and drank and went to bars and all that stuff. But then by the time I was about 26, 27, it just got really old. It was just, every single weekend it's drink, do drugs, and that's it. It's all you do. It just gets really old. It's like, you know what? I don't want to be 50 years old, hooked on this stuff, and wondering when my life went wrong. So I just stopped it.
Got the Roxy.
Exactly. So.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I did promise myself that I will try to be a little bit more social, because I would safely say that I'm somewhat kind of antisocial towards massive groups of people. Like if it's people I know or people I know I can get along with, then normally I'm a little bit more talkative. But if it's like a large ass crowd of people, like fuck that. There's no way. Like, it's like I can't go to amusement parks for that same reason. I just can't do it. There's too many people there, and you know what happens when you're in a crowded place. That's why the bad shit happens when you're in a crowded ass place.
Yeah.
So I want to be prepared to kick somebody's ass. I can see them coming, or they can see me coming, or not.
Yeah. I get, to this day, I still get anxiety attacks. Like if I go out to a store or something like that, I gotta smoke a cigarette before I go in the store.
It's like, all right, cheese, bread, milk. So,
but like,
lids and fucking like memorizing and going there, fucking with a mission.
Yeah, I mean, even if I had to go to, like, say, the CVS or the drugstore just to get toothpaste, honest to God, I would go about 7 in the morning when nobody's there. If I had a doctor's appointment or a dentist appointment, I'd make it when they first open or right before they close, so nobody's there.
Wow.
I don't know. I've always been like that.
Well, there's probably an upside to that. You might get lucky and get an off-brand item for the selling price, even though it might be off-brand, off-sell by the time the rush hour kicks in. Might save a few dollars and some cents.
Yeah, that's true.
They do that sometimes in some stores. You get there a little early for everybody else does, and it's like, hey, this is on sale.
Yeah.
I want that price. And they ain't gonna argue with you. You're the only one there. They'll already take it.
Oh yeah, exactly. So that's kind of maybe why I started. Another reason why I started doing the show, because it was just like an outlet to the world.
Well, I will say, since I've been on the show, I've actually been in a much better mood.
Oh, good.
So, because it's like, you got 1 hour. I mean, I don't really, honestly, I won't even lie to you. This is probably the first time I've actually got involved with something and actually stuck with it. Because I won't lie to you, there's part of me I was actually going to hit you up and probably say I probably shouldn't do this anymore.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? It's not you personally. It's me. Like, I don't know. I have a hard time sticking with things. And it's not that I quit. I just realized that I'd rather, I'd be sleeping.
Yeah.
But this is actually fun by me. So I actually enjoy, talking. And I notice another reason why I like it too is because I notice that your listeners are increasing slowly but surely too. Every time you put up a broadcast, you gain like 2 or 3 listeners for every time you broadcast live.
Yeah.
So, which is cool.
Well, all right. So, is it fun because there's no pressure because you're not getting paid? Hopefully yet. To do this, so in the sense that once you start getting paid to do it, and it's like, okay, is it going to feel like work to it, and then you're not going to want to do it anymore?
No, because I look at this a lot like I look at cars. I can kind of find a passion behind coming on the show for 1 hour, or if we, or if, like I said, in the future, if they allow us more time than that.
Yeah.
The money, don't get me wrong, money is great. Money is always a plus.
Yeah.
But for somebody to really be good at what they do, not love, but be good at it, because there's that fucked up, situation, you have to really have, you have to put the money to the side. Look at it like, okay, I'm paid, but that's not the fundamental reason why you're doing it. You're doing it because you really want to do it. Yeah,
I mean, especially something like this where however you feel inside, it's going to come out to the world.
Right.
So.
And like you said before, if one listener out of the thousands can at least kind of not agree, but I guess, understand where you're coming from with that, and they say, well, shit, I'm not the only one.
Right.
I feel like I did my job, so. And I know, and like I said, I know that the show kind of is on millions of different random topics, but I'm sure down the line there will be there definitely will be topics where people are going to be like, "Yep,
Oh, well,
totally," so.
yeah, that's one thing. Before I started doing this, I was like, well, can I do it? I'm gonna look stupid. This that. You know what? You're talking to the whole world, so no matter what you say, if it's embarrassing or funny or stupid, whatever, there's gonna be at least one person that's gonna be able to relate to you.
Right.
So.
And plus, I'm not really worried about potential, I guess, social backlash, because it's not like somebody's going to recognize me on the street and say, "Hey, you were on a blah 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 show." Like,
yeah.
And even if that were to happen, I still wouldn't be all starstruck about it or moved anyway. So I don't know, but I wouldn't. To answer your question, I wouldn't look at it like a job. I look at it like I'm in good company with people who have the ability to have a formal conversation where it's still fun,
yeah,
and intelligent, but it's overall still fun. That's the premise of the whole thing. It has to be fun.
Well, and here's the other thing too: the fact that there's no format, and like you said, there's a million different things that can be said anytime. Whatever you're feeling when you come on the show, just let it out. If you're pissed off and you want to give me an attitude and curse me out, or bust on white people or Italian people, just because you're in a bad mood, just do it. That's the beauty about this, is you just let it all go. You know what I mean? I mean, there's things that you could say here that you couldn't say anywhere else. Like for example, tonight at 10 o'clock, I'm going to watch a show. It's a brand new tattoo show on VH1 called Black Ink Crew. It's about a tattoo show. Oh, what's that?
No, sorry, go ahead.
I know. I was going to say, it's about a black tattoo shop in Harlem. And I watch all these tattoo shows, so I'm kind of interested in seeing it. But the one thing that I always sticks in my mind is...
I know what you're going to say without even saying it.
Go ahead. I'm trying to put in the words to be sensitive, but go ahead. What am I saying?
Well, if I'm wrong, just say that's not what I was going to say. But I think what you're trying to say, which I think you're going to say, is why do they have to revolve around black people or black culture?
No, not at all. Not at all. No, because it's something new, it's something fresh, and it's interesting to see, the black culture, Harlem, all that stuff. It's the darker the black person is, the lighter ink tattoo they should get, so you can see it. Like, doesn't Wesley Snipes have tattoos? And the guy's as black as a burnt match, but you can't see anything. You know what I mean?
You're talking about the actual tattoos that they put on the skin were more visible or not, or harder to see?
They're harder to see if the ink is black or, like, dark blue, where, like...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's because I saw that in the commercial. It's like, okay, you're done. You're done. Did you even start? You can't even see it.
Well, I guess depending on the tattoo, I know it's like a couple of my buddies, and they are just buddies, who have darker complexion than me, who have tattoos.
Yeah.
They usually go with like I don't know the actual color, but to me on first glance it looks like a combination of like a greenish blue color.
Yeah.
So if you can't, because you're right, like certain colors just won't show up on darker skin, just like so. But I guess based on the detail of the tattoo, you'll see the detail like kind of like a welt, if you will.
Yeah, right.
Will show up more than the color, so you have to kind of look a little closely to see what it is.
Yeah.
Most of the time, you don't get too carried away. Like if your skin's that dark and you want something really very detailed oriented, it really will be a waste of probably money and time because you'll feel bad if people have to get that close to see it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm sure that whoever gets those tattoos are somewhat selective on the design and layout of what you're going to get.
I guess.
I think tattoos are awesome. I can never get them, but I think they're awesome.
Oh, I think they're great. I have friends that are tattoo artists, and I don't have any, but I think they're cool. But I mean, it's like I'm Italian. I grew up with Italians. They're tan and everything. I've seen some Italians that have dark tattoos that shouldn't have them. It's like you should go against the contrast of your skin or whatever the right wording is. You know what I mean? So it stands out.
Well, you know how it goes. I mean, some people just like that preference, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. How can you decide not to get any? Is it just?
It boils down. I mean, I tell people when they do ask, if they do ask, that it's a family related thing, which it technically is. but it boils down really over a personal preference also. Because the things that I want to get, you can think Hollywood for fucking that up.
Oh.
So, because like, you know, good example is there was one tattoo I actually was going to get that was, you know, going to be on the side of my rib, like starts from right below my upper part of my rib cage and goes all the way down to my hip.
Yeah.
And it was going to be a detailed scripture. But the problem with that was is some fucking genius who owns what's the fucking label? Affliction.
A label, like a record label, like a music, or?
Affliction is a clothing label.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if he was a model or whatever, but the tattoo that he had, almost identically the same one he had, and I was like, nah, I can't fucking get that. Because my attitude is if I see somebody with something that I want to get or anything close to that idea,
yeah.
I'm going to get it. Like, and that's across the board with everything I do. Like cars, clothes, you name it. Like my wardrobe is solely based on not looking like anyone else.
Right.
So it's the same thing. Like, I mean, so people might see me and say, like, they may think like, oh, I'm wearing the same outfit over and over again, but I'm not. I literally buy, you know, 6 pair of dark blue jeans, 6 pair of light blue jeans, all my sneakers are black, all my shirts are either black or gray, all my hoodies black, gray. That's it. I'm really bland. I'm like super bland about it. I refuse to change that wardrobe for anybody because honestly, it's not hurting anyone.
Well, every piece of clothing I have is all black.
Yeah, and it's just like I can't. Don't get me wrong, I do have a bunch of graphic T-shirts and stuff, but I don't really wear them that often unless I'm going to like the skate park and I'm out there with my bike or something, or if I'm going to be out and about somewhere at a car meet or something. But beyond that, it's really just blue jeans, a black shirt, a hoodie, and you know some Air Maxes, and that's it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, if you want to, you know, go everywhere you want and not have to worry about other people looking like you as far as dress-wise, everywhere you go, just wear a tuxedo. You can do that. Even if you go to McDonald's, wear a tuxedo.
Yeah, but that fucking dry cleaning bill, man, I don't know.
I guess.
Fuck that.
But, well, I mean, I hope you do stick with this because I really like having you on the show. I mean, from what I'm looking for as far as having a guy on the show, you're a perfect fit. I mean, perfect like a glove. So I really hope that you stick with this. But if not, I understand. But, you know, I'd really like you to. And, you know, I really want to turn this into making money. And
I would definitely for sure stick around. And not for the fact of trying to get money. Like I said, it's my form of therapy, if that means anything, and I don't mean.
I'm the same way, man. This is my big FU to the world, you know.
So, I do. Only thing I really hope, if anything, even if we don't get money out of the deal, I really hope that the following increases and that people who listen eventually will be able to chime in. Which I meant to tell you last night. There is an ability to actually, while you broadcast, put a follow and live chat button on your computer screen so people can chime in.
Yeah.
Live during the show. You should probably consider getting that on there.
All right, I'll look into it.
Yeah. But it's whatever. But yeah, so I've answered your question. Yeah, definitely. I'm on board. If I ever feel like I need to back off for whatever reason, trust me, I would tell you well in advance.
Oh yeah, I know. Right.
So that's rude. And me personally, I hate surprises of all kinds.
Yeah. But, well, I mean, I hope you do decide, you know, that you still like it and everything and want to stick with and, you know, just stay on and hopefully make enough money where you don't have to work. You know, this would be your job, you know, 1 hour a night, and you just make enough money to pay all the bills.
That would be pretty dope. And as long as I don't have to sacrifice my livelihood or my soul or anything to do it, I'm down.
Cool.
Because I'm not down for selling out, and trust me, variations of selling out of wide, you know, few and wide, but trust me, it doesn't take much to decipher a sellout from a cop-out. There's a difference.
Yeah. So, all right, well, we're out of time. So, other than Lee being on and me being on, if you're female and 25 and you're not a...
nice boobs.
And nice boobs for Lee, email us. I guess that's it. I guess we're out, right?
Yep, we are out. I'll see you on, what, Monday?
You got it.
All right, man, later.
All right.
Weekend.
You too, man.
All right.
All right, that's it. we are actually done for the week. Bye-bye.